Okay, so we're gonna continue where we left off last week. I asked you to determine B0, B1, and B2. Have you done? Nazrin Shah.
Yes, sir.
Have you determined B0, B1, and B2?
I didn't get it, sir. Uh,
Have you done or not?
yes, sir, but I don't know.
Okay, Najmi Amin. Najmi Amin.
Yes, sir.
Have you determined B0, B1, and B2?
Hello. B1. Y sama dengan kosong.
B1 equals to
0. Y 0. U 0.
okay.
Is it true? Boleh dengar tak, sir?
Okay.
Okay. Okay dah.
What is your answer? B0 is
0.
B0 equals to 0. Okay. So you use what? What equation that you use to determine B0 equals to 0?
I'm not sure, sir. I'm looking through my notes, but I forget a little bit.
The answer is correct. B0 equals to
Yes, that's correct.
but which one did you use for your boundary condition? BC number 1, BC number 2, 3, or 4?
BC number 1.
Okay. So use BC number 1, right? So at y equals to
0.
then
V naught equal to 0. Y equal to 0.
at y equals to 0, u equals to 0, you put it into which equation? 1, 2, or 3?
One.
Alright, very good. Okay, so we put it into equation number 1, right? So that is B naught. So that is step number 1. We're going to use BC1. Okay, so from there, equation 1, right? So you're going to have 0 equals to U string B naught plus B1 multiplied with 0 plus B2 multiplied with 0 squared, right? So from there, this equation is cancelled out, right? So this U stream, you can put it here, and then in the end, you're going to get B naught equals to. Okay, so that is B naught. Okay, I'm going to give you perhaps 5 minutes. Determine B1 and B2. Now, Okay, Nurul Huda.
Yes, sir. B2
Hmm.
B2 0. Zero.
B2 is 0. How about B1?
1 over delta.
B1 is 1 over delta. Okay, so that is from Nurul Huda. Muhammad Hidayat.
B1 1 over delta.
B1 is 1 over delta.
And B2 I don't get it. I still don't get B2.
So that's from Hidayat. Nur Izwani. Sahira. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's from Nur Izwani. Okay. Hana Rafifah,
Yes, sir.
your answer.
B1 equals to 2 over delta. B2 equals to negative 1 over delta square.
Okay. Right. So, yeah, that's the answer from Hana and who just Nur Izwani. Okay, what is the first step? Hana.
The first step, ambil BC nombor 3.
Okay.
Lepas tu, sekejap sekejap. Guna formula nombor 2 untuk dapatkan B2. B2 guna BC nombor
Okay,
B2.
stop there.
Uh-huh.
You use BC number 3, right?
Ah,
And then you put it into equation number.
Saya cari B2 dulu.
You put it into equation number 2.
Ah.
Right. So you get the relation between B1 and B2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the relation B1 equals to?
B1 equals to 2 over delta.
B1 equals to 2 over delta. Okay, that's the answer. Okay. It's okay. Alright. So that is the final answer. Okay, thank you, Hannah. Okay, that is the first step. Okay. So use BC number 3. You're gonna put it into equation number 2. Okay. Let's do that. So what we're gonna have is du dy equals to 0 equals to u stream b1 plus 2b2 delta, right? So you can simplify us, okay, u stream, you can put it the other side, and you cancel out. So what you're gonna have is b1 equals to negative 2b2 delta. Am I right, Hannah? This is not the final answer. This is just the relation. So now you have the relation between b1 and b2. All right. Next, just now is Nur Izwani, right? Nur Izwani. So the next step, all right. Mhm. So this equation, I mean b1 equals to 2b2 delta. You're gonna put it here, right? At equation number 1. But we need to apply BC as well, right? BC number. All right. Okay. Thank you, Nur Izwani. So next, what we do is there are 2 steps actually. So why not the first one? We use BC number 2, and we replace it into equation 1. So BC number 2 into equation number 1, meaning, okay, this is U equals to U stream, right? U equals to U stream. So this U will become U stream. So you're gonna have U stream equals to U stream. So B naught you already found B naught, so meaning B naught is cancelled out. 0 plus B1, Y is actually delta, right? So B1 delta. Plus B2, this one is delta squared. Yeah, delta squared. So meaning plus B2 delta squared. So that's become your equation. Generally, when you put in BC2 into equation number 1. So basically, we have two equations now. This is the first equation, and this one is the second equation. So you can use this one. So you can put it there. So here you're gonna have U stream divided by U stream equals to 1. Sorry. Yeah. So U stream divided by U stream equals to 1. This one is equals to plus this one negative 2v2. This is delta, multiply with delta, meaning you're gonna have delta squared plus b2 delta squared. So negative 2 plus 1, so you're gonna have negative 1. So meaning negative b2 delta squared. So 1 equals to negative b2 delta squared. So therefore, b2 is equals to negative 1 over delta squared. Okay, so that is b2. So we found b2. So meaning you can find b1, right? So we just replace this into this equation. So therefore, b1 equals to negative 2 negative 1 over delta squared multiply with delta. So this one is cancelled out. So you're gonna left out with 2 divided by delta. So that is b1. Then b1 equals to 2 divided by delta. b2 equals to negative 1 over delta squared. So what you're going to do is, next is you're going to put b0, b1, b2 that you found into this equation. So what you're going to have is u divided by u stream. So this one b0 is 0 plus b1 is 2 over delta multiplied with y plus B2 is negative. Okay. So negative y over delta. So negative y over delta square. So finally, this equation is actually similar to this one, right? U over U stream 2y over delta minus y over delta. Okay, any question on this? Muhammad Irfan Hafi,
Yes, sir.
any question?
Tak ada, sir. Just tengah try fahamkan.
What you understand?
Apa dia, sir?
What do you understand from this?
Yang kena pakai boundary condition tu dekat yang equation 1 and then substitute and then finally dapat yang B1 dan B2.
Okay, alright. Thank you. Okay, this is also the method on how to derive linear profile, cubic profile as well. Okay. For example, this one, right? Chapter 3. Okay. So what we do just now is we derive this. Okay, u divided by u stream 2y over delta minus y over delta squared. So we start with this one, u divided by u stream equals to b naught plus b1y plus b2y squared, right? Because this is parabolic, so your equation, the highest order should be the power of 2. Okay. So from there we found b0, b1, and b2. Okay. Take a look at linear. What are the highest? What is the highest order to power of? Anyone? For linear to power of what? Muhammad Najmi Hakim.
linear to the power point.
Okay, so what do you think would be the general equation in order for us to derive?
U over UG equals to Y
Equals to?
over there.
No. Before we came up to this one, we need to derive from this equation, right? Like before we came up with the final parabolic equation, we derive from this one. Okay, Najmi? So how about this one? Before we come up to linear, we need to derive from
So U over UG equals to B naught plus B1 Y.
yeah, very good. So U divided by U stream, not UZ. U divided by U stream, B naught plus B1Y. So how about the boundary condition, Najmi? Still Najmi. So how about the boundary condition?
Boundary condition at Y equals to 0, U is also 0.
Okay. So what I mean is we're gonna use the same boundary conditions, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have 4 boundary conditions. Okay. Right. Thank you, Najmi. So that is linear. So how about cubic? Putri Dania? We can't hear you, Putri Dania. So how about cubic?
Hello?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Can you talk? Is your line okay?
Yes, yes. Online, okay. Hmm.
So what do you think about cubic? What would be the general equation? U divided by U stream?
I have no idea.
Okay. For parabolic, since this one is to power of 2, right? So meaning when we want to derive this one, you need to have a general equation. So as you can see here, it's actually U divided by U stream, B naught plus B1Y plus B2Y squared. Are you follow?
It's 9 hours.
Are you follow?
Yes, yes. Is it that I need to add b2y cube?
Yes. Okay, you need that up until b3y cube, right?
b3 cube.
Yeah. So meaning you're gonna have b naught b1y, and then what?
b2y square. b2y square.
Mm-hmm.
b2y square plus by cube.
b3y cube. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, this is how, yeah, that's the idea. Okay. So let's say if they ask you to derive linear equation, parabolic equation, cubic equation. Okay. So this is all the general equation. And in order to find the constants, you're gonna apply the same boundary conditions. We have 4 boundary conditions, right? Okay. So the last one is this one, sinusoidal. Fine, everyone. What are the general equation for sinusoidal? Okay. All right. So we're gonna proceed with the next one. So we've done derive this one. Okay. Next is determine delta star. Okay, so equation for delta star is equals to from 0 to delta 1 minus u divided by u stream dy. Okay. So that is the equation for delta star. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna replace this equation. U divided by u stream, right? U divided by u stream. So equals to 2y over delta minus y over delta square. Okay, so from from 0 to delta 1 minus 2y over delta and then minus become plus, so y squared over delta squared. So we need to integrate towards dy. Okay. And after that you need to put 0 to delta. Okay, do it now. Muhammad Muizzuddin.
Yes, sir.
Give me this integration.
Apa, sir?
The integration of this.
Sekejap.
Integrate 1 become
Y.
so this one is y minus
Minus 2y squared over delta.
2y squared over
Y squared over delta. Y squared over delta.
no
Tak, tu apa ni? Tu nanti cancel kan? So y squared.
y cancel
Apa, sir?
y cancel
There two. This one.
with 2 delta at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And then plus
Plus y cube
y
over 3 delta squared.
over 3 delta. Right, thank you.
Alright, sir.
Muizzuddin. So what you left is you're gonna replace delta into this equation. So what you're gonna have is so this is delta minus delta squared divided by 2. Delta squared divided by delta. Plus, so this one you can cancel out. So this one you left is 1. Oh, sorry, not yet. We haven't replaced it yet. So this is 2 power of 2, this is 2 power of 3, right? So meaning this is become delta cube divided by 3 delta squared. And then this one is minus with 0. Since all have y, meaning when we replace y equals to 0, so what we need to do after this?
Potong-potong.
Cancel out, right? So becomes what in the end?
Delta over 3.
Very good. Okay, so this one is cancelled out. Cancel out. So this one cancel out, become delta. Okay, so delta minus delta cancel out. So what you're gonna have is delta star equals to delta over 3. So that is delta star. Okay. Okay, this is one of the method, but I'm gonna introduce to you alternative method. Instead of this one, so we're gonna use alternative method. So I'm gonna show you guys I'm gonna be showing you guys about how basically we substitute the form of integration into another form of integration. So we're gonna let y over delta equals to n. And then dy equals to delta dn. So that's the first step. Next, we'll replace 0 and delta. Okay. So we let y equals to 0 with n equals to 0. I mean, we can replace y0 with n equal to 0. And when y equals to n, sorry, y equals to delta, y equals to delta, we can replace it with n equals to 1. Okay. So what happened with your equation is delta star from 0 to delta from 0 to delta becomes 0 to 1. Okay. 0 to delta, this equation, from 0 to delta, we can replace it with 0 to 1 because we already let y0 becomes n0, y delta becomes n equals to 1. Okay. So 1 minus, this is 1 minus 2y over delta, 2y over delta meaning 2n. Okay. And then y squared over delta squared become n squared. Okay. And this dy become delta dn. So since delta is only multiplier, so we can put it here, and then we're gonna integrate from 0 to 1, 1 minus 2n and plus n squared plus n squared dn. Okay, listen. So now your integration is not towards y anymore, right? Like this one. Now it's actually in fact towards n. Okay, okay, do this integration. So integrates 1 become n, right? So this one become
N square.
n squared. Okay, but the first part will be something like this: 2n squared divided by 2 plus n cubed divided by 3. Okay, so replace all with 1 and 0. So what's going to happen is delta is still there. So n become 1 minus one squared plus 1 to the power of 3 divided by 3, right? So this one is minus 0. Okay, since all have n, we put 0 there, so it becomes 0. So the final value will be same. Delta star is actually delta over 3. Any question on alternative method? Okay, so I suggest you use alternative method instead of this one because it's much more simplified and simple, much more simple. Okay, when you put all the equations, I mean when you put from 0 to 1, I mean all n is 1. So if it is to power of 3, to power of 4, 5, for example, it's still going to be the same. Okay, so I already proved here the answer will be similar. Okay, there is delta star, right? So next, we're gonna determine theta. Okay, next is determine theta. Theta is momentum thickness. So the equation for theta is equals to from 0 to delta. Okay, you can refer back to your equation. U divided by U stream um, 1 minus U divided by U stream dy. Okay, so yeah, find for me the value of theta now. Use alternative method. much easier. Syed Ahmad Fatahuddin. Wan Yusof.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me the expansion of this?
Expansion. 2n minus 4n square
4n squared
plus 2n cube
plus 2n cubed
minus 2n
minus 2n
plus 2n cube minus n power 4.
right? Thank you. Wan Yusof, don't you think something is wrong?
Yes.
To n minus 4n squared 2n cubed. How about this one? This one should be n squared, right? Maybe
Oh, yeah.
I heard it wrong.
Oh, yeah. Minus n square.
Minus n squared. Okay. This one is positive 2n cubed negative n to the power 4. Okay, alright. Thank you. You know, and anyone have got the final answer? Theta equals to?
Final answer ke sir? Yang final answer, I got 2/15 del.
2 over?
2 del over 15.
2 over 15 delta, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct. That's the final answer. Anyone have any problem on that? Help me, this one. Fill this one up. So this one 2n squared divided by 2 4n cubed,
Negative
right?
4n cube over 3
4n cubed divided by 3 plus 2n
plus 2n 4 over 4 minus n cube over 3 plus 2n 4 over 4 minus minus n 5 over 5. Over 5. N.
Okay, so from 0 to 1. So next what you do is simplify kan?
Yes, sir. Simplify.
So this one become n to the power of 2. So I still maintain by 3. This one become 1 over 2. N to the power of 4. This n to the power of 3 divided by 3. N to the power of 4 divided by 2. Right? Minus n to the power of 5 divided by 1. From 0 to 1. So what is the next step?
Set the value of 1 and 0.
So what you're gonna have is
So 1 minus 4 over 3 plus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. 1 over 3
1 over
plus
3
1 over 2
plus 1 over 2.
minus 1 over 5.
And then everything else is minus with 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you got to do? That one. You see the how easy it is. So everything n become 1, right? So n squared become 1. 4n cubed to the power of 3 become 4. 4 over 3. Okay, per berapa mahu? Over what? 30. 30, right? So this one become 30. This one become 40.
120. 40.
40 plus this one become 15 minus 10 u plus 15 minus 6. Am I right? And this one only. So on the top become what? Negative 10, negative 10, positive 5, negative 5, positive 10, 4/30. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Become 4/30. So in the end, what you got is 2/15 delta. Okay, so that's how it is in order for us to determine theta. Any one of you use instead of alternative method, use the conventional one? Anyone try? I believe yeah, you're gonna get the same answer, but how the approach is it's gonna be quite difficult instead of this one. Okay, remember, so I take this opportunity. I'm not gonna show you about linear, cubic, and all. You need to derive on your own, but the method is gonna be the same. Okay, meaning the tau star is still the same equation, but the equation for u divided by u stream for linear become what? Y over delta. Y over delta. For cubic is refer to the equation. Okay. So similarly for theta momentum thickness, so let's say for linear, so you're going to replace it with y over delta. And this one also y over. Alright, is it y over delta? Yeah, y over delta. So for cubic, instead of this one, you're going to replace all with this equation. So any question on delta star and theta? Oh, we're gonna yeah, I think that's all. Okay, so for next class, we're gonna derive until drag force. Okay, we're gonna apply shear stresses, how to determine tau, and from tau we're gonna determine drag force. Okay, and also coefficient of friction as well, CF. Meaning the drag due to friction. Okay, so go home. It's not an assignment, so I'm gonna give you assignment later. But go home and try to do for linear. Okay, at least practice for linear. Find delta star and theta. Any question? Seven B. Sure. Okay, fill up your attendance. 19 students so far. Another 3. Okay, so I think that's all for this session. So we end our class with Tasbih Kifarah. Tasbih Kifarah is all. Okay, see you next class. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.